Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, hello, hi, how are you doing? I know it's kind of been Darlene Michaud overdrive lately, but I still wanted to follow up on the other part of the comment that I got regarding some of Darlene's old content. And so we have located and unearthed the post office clips. It comes from a video called You Might Want to Skip This Long Therapy Session. And it was originally posted on July 13th, 2017. All right. But, but before we get to that, divas, before you get to it, I have to give a shout out to Lactose Butter from the Twitch community, who created this brilliant edit that as long as nothing gets copywritten by like Bill Nye's people, we're, we might starting off the Darlene streams this way. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Darlene the Sardine Queen. Darlene the Sardine Queen. Darlene the Sardine Queen.
Most of the beef comes out nippy. I'm eating only sardines for 3 days.
Darlene the Sardine Queen.
I even drank the liquid that sits in the bottom of the bag.
That was such a chip war.
Darlene the Sardine Queen. Jamie, thanks for the on-screen celebration. Yes, perfect timing. Stunning, amazing, wonderful. Oh, encore? Oh, you want to hear it again? Oh, the girls want to hear it again. Darlene the Sardine Queen. Darlene the Sardine Queen. Darlene the Sardine Queen.
Most of the beef comes out nippy. I'm eating only sardines for 3 days.
Darlene the Sardine Queen.
I even drank the liquid that sits in the bottom of the bag.
That was such a chip war.
Darlene the Sardine Queen. Oh god, that's a classic. That's some shit that ain't never gonna get old. That's some shit that ain't never gonna get old. So anyways, if you forgot on the video where we talked about her being upset about all the cameras that she bought that didn't meet her needs, somebody commented on that video. I shouted them out in our last Starling video, and they said two things. One, that they had once upon a time watched a video where she talked about pulling her car over and crying for Jeffrey Dahmer. We watched that one on Monday. The other one was a comment. The part of the comment was about a video where Darlene plays the audio clips of her like yelling at a post office worker. So the video, Jane from the chat, Jane the moderator, she removed some other parts of the original video that, to be quite honest, were kind of sad, kind of depressing, and just left in the relevant clips about specifically the post office for us to watch. So that's what we're gonna do today. You feel me? If y'all are excited to get to, could you put some 69s in the chat, and then we'll start watching. I will say, I had found this, like, when I was looking for it. This is the video that I suspected it was, but the beginning of the video, I started listening to it, and it was like genuinely such a sad conversation that she has at the beginning of the video that I was like, I don't think this is it. But then, oh, just a second. Poe's gonna start barking. Poe's gonna start barking. Darlene, the sardine queen. But then, what was I gonna say about that? Oh, I don't know. Let's just get to. Let's get to. Wait, do I have her turned up? Okay, let me know if I need to adjust any volume or anything. Oh, there's a prediction. How many F-bombs will Darlene drop? I assume Jamie, since Jamie started the prediction, that Jamie will be keeping count of all of that, because I fear it could be a lot.
Take Bezos' money.
Care Honey, thanks so much for 3 months of Prime. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Not Edgar Allan Potato. Po, the drama king. Sif, the drama king. I didn't get a chance to vote. How long was it up there? Did people get a chance? The vote is over. Oh, I think Jamie unintentionally made the prediction too quick. I think she made it too quick on accident. I'm sure she'll cancel it and start it over in just a second. I trust that Jamie will. In the meantime, between time, are you okay if I go ahead and... Unless she says the word fuck in, like, the first 2 minutes. I think... Is it okay for us to get started before the prediction's over? Usually I try to let y'all get your predictions in before we start. Girl, yes. Girl, yes. Alright, we're starting it. But be prepared for when Jamie starts the new prediction, okay? Alright, we're gonna get to.
Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene.
Hi.
And today I had a fight with the postmaster of the Sanford post office on the phone. Do I have time to tell this mini story? I will say that this all happened today with the postmaster because I woke up very, very sick. So I was down and out and I'm sick to my stomach. Monday, where are we? Thursday. On Monday, my mail carrier was coming to pick up 13 packages, 10 packages of fabric and 3 packages of beads. I had them out for him. I don't know, let's say 10 o'clock in the morning. Skylar went outside to check the mail and I knew it was taking her a little long. She just usually opens the door and comes back in. But she was out there for a while. So she came in and she said, Meme, I could see at the end of the driveway your bag of packages. She said, so I went and got them and I brought them back on the chair. And because I have a porch and I have a chair that I put the big bag of all the packages on, not visible from the street at all, big bushes, all that stuff. She happened when she went outside, she just walked up and down the ramp and saw that the bag of packages was at the end of the street, at the end of the driveway, up to the street. And I was like, what are you telling me? She said the packages were at the end of the driveway, right at the street. So I brought that up and I said, well, thank you. And I got on the phone to the postmaster on Monday and oh my God, this is going to be so long. I got to make this short.
This is going to be so long. I got to make this short. Mind you, I think the original video was like nearly 40 minutes. And Jane's edited down version of just this story is 24. It's 24 minutes. What do you know about a big bush? I've got a big bush too. Y'all are so creative. Big bushes? Pubes are funny.
I called him and I told him, I said, look, I said, my granddaughter just told me that my packages were out on the street at the end of my driveway. What is up with that? I mean, I was so outraged that somebody could put the packages there and leave them. It had to be the mail carrier because nobody else knows the packages are there. Any kid
had to be the mail carrier. There's no other possible explanation. I love when she speaks in absolutes. Shelby just subscribed. Now, why is it putting up alerts of people subscribing to me on YouTube? Now, in what world do I need that? Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess that's my bad. No, no. Subscriber. Oh. Okay, I turned that off. I turned that off. Stay in your struggle. Thanks so much for subscribing with Prime. Appreciate it.
In the neighborhood, and we have some that are worrisome, could have just went and grabbed those packages and I would have never known what happened to all the fabric and the beads, but the fabric especially. So
not the fabric. Won't somebody think about the fabric? To be fair, the USPS does a lot of ridiculous things. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying it's not possible that the mail carrier didn't do something. All I'm saying is, as we go into this video, I just want y'all to remember that Darlene has empathy for Jeffrey Dahmer. She thinks that nobody really thinks about what happens to the evil people.
He said, oh, your carrier must have just made a mistake. I remember that was the first word he used was a mistake. I said, a mistake? I was like, how can he make a mistake and carry that to the truck, put it down and take off? So
I could see that being a mistake. Like, maybe he sat down the packages to, like, open up the mail truck, put something in the mail truck, get something out of the mail truck, and then just, like, forgot to pick them up and put them in the mail truck. It sounds like the postmaster was trying to say, oh, I'm sorry that a mistake happened.
Love my cream. Wheat.
Wasn't it a postmaster?
Well, she's talking on the phone with the postmaster, but I think, and just in general, she's blaming the mail carrier that, like, just comes up and picks up her mail and delivers her mail. Thanks for the bits, Hot Cheeto. Also, if I needed to send 13 packages, I would just go to the post office. Yeah, I don't know that I would trust, and granted, Sanford, Maine, where I believe she's living at the time, probably a lot different than Chicago. But I personally wouldn't leave just like 13 packages sitting out and hope that the right person picks them up and gets them delivered to where I need them to go. I would just take them directly to the post office myself.
So we went back and forth a little bit, and so we went back and forth and said he would contact him, see what was up. We hang up. I called him back about 5 minutes later because I didn't realize, did I even give him the mailing address? So I call right back. I happened to get him, and I said, it's Darlene Michaud again. I don't even know if I gave you my address. He says, yeah, I have your address. So he said, I just talked to the carrier. And now he denies this, but I'm telling you, I don't make stuff up. I think you guys know me.
He's denying this, but I don't make stuff up, so you just have to trust me. It's a big trust me. Big trust me.
If I was going to make something up, I would probably make up a better story. I don't know. He told me he talked to the carrier, and he put the package down, got busy doing a couple things. Now, in my head, that means the truck got busy doing a couple things and just forgot and took off.
And that's crazy. Is that not what I said? Could have been a reasonable explanation? Is that not what I said could have been a reasonable explanation for what happened when she claimed that there's no way it could have been a mistake? Because the thing is she wants to believe that this guy did this intentionally to, like, spite her. Like, I can already tell in her head, she feels like this was a personal attack on her. And it's like, why would he do that on purpose? I'd do it to spite her. Well, That's why you're not a mail carrier for the United States Postal Service, Lula. Also, you're not one because you don't live in the U.S. as far as I know.
And he said, as I was talking to him, he told me he just remembered about it. Those were the postmaster's exact words. I just stopped the filming there for a second because it uploads quicker if I do it in small blocks. What was I saying? That he had just remembered. So to me, if somebody remembers something, it means they forgot initially.
Okay.
So he said, he'll be coming back to get the bags. And I said, yeah, okay. So I wait a little while, nothing. I take a shower. I come back out. I go look at the porch and the packages are gone. So I called the postmaster again and I said, you know, it would have been nice when he came to pick up the packages for him to knock on the door and tell me he was sorry that he left my packages.
Girl, what the fuck do you want? She wants a personal apology. It's not enough that the guy went out of his way to drive all the way back to her house and pick up her packages for her. She wanted a personal apology. This woman has so much empathy for people.
At the end of the driveway where everybody in the neighborhood can see them. He's like, I don't remember exactly what he said. He didn't say, yes, he should have done that or not. But, you know, he just at this point was still like just listening to me complain.
Well, how convenient that there's parts of this story that you remember vividly. And also parts where it's like, I can't remember what his response was to that. Okay. All right.
And I was very, very upset. It was very upsetting to me. But I did remember talking to him about what would have happened had these packages just disappeared. He goes, well, we would have known because they would have never been scanned at the post office. So we would have known that they never came into us. And I said, that's right. Because see, these are all click and ship and they have to scan that. But then I wouldn't have been covered. And he's like, well, no, that's why you buy insurance. And I said, I'm supposed to buy insurance to protect myself against the fucking post office? I didn't.
Well, yes, Darlene. Insurance exists because accidents happen. The fuck do you think insurance is for? You think that if something happened between the packages leaving your hands and getting to where they're supposed to be delivered, that the mistake or the problem wouldn't be a result of something the post office did? That's why they offer insurance. Well, yes.
Use the word fucking. I'm using it now. You know, I'm supposed to buy insurance to protect myself against mistakes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, that's not what insurance is for. It's for like lost packages and things that make sense.
And what would you call it? And what would you call it if a package that you were trying to get delivered didn't get delivered because the mailman did something wrong with it and couldn't find it, and the post office couldn't find it? I think that's what you'd call a lost package, which is exactly what you just explained the reason for insurance is.
I'm not supposed to be paranoid that my mail carrier is going to leave my packages at the end of the driveway. Okay, so that was the end of that.
She's like the only person in the world that's never made a mistake, apparently. She's apparently the only person in the world who's never fucked up. Apparently.
It's all on Monday. Today's Thursday. I got a box. It was priority mail supplies. And my carrier knocked on the door and he says, oh, stuff is blowing around out here. So I guess he wanted to just give me the box.
Uh-huh.
The box was on the porch and he was just like pushing it with his foot to the door. So I picked the box up and he gave me the mail and he goes, I just want to tell you that, the other day, he says, what I do is I come here on foot I took the packages and I put them at the end of the driveway, and then I walk my route, and then when I get back to my truck, I come back down and I pick them up. And I said, this is not what I was told.
Ma'am, did your packages end up getting delivered? That's not what I was told!
I was told that you put them down, you got busy, and you forgot. He goes, no, that's the way I do it. I put the packages at the end of the driveway.
And Diva, why do you care? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? They already acknowledged that they made a mistake. They corrected the mistake by coming back and picking up your packages. Also, yeah, is it not the exact same thing anyways? Dream Gallows, thanks for saying that, because also I do kind of still think that's the same concept, the same idea. He got busy doing something else because his process is I take it to the end of the driveway, I go do other things, and then I come back around and pick it up when I have my truck. I thought she said he didn't speak to her to apologize earlier. He didn't speak to her to apologize whenever he came back to get the packages. This is a separate incident now where he's delivering a package to her. It's windy outside, so he doesn't want it to get blown away, and so he knocks on the door. So he knocks on the door to give her a package, and then he explains. I envy the mental freedom she has to be this upset about something most people would tell their spouse and move on. Here she is going off in a full-ass video. Oh, I know.
I go and do my other stuff, and then I come back and get them. So he doesn't have to get his ass out of the truck and walk up the ramp back to the porch. See what I mean? He wants to leave them at the end of the driveway. And I'm like, when is this ever a good idea to put a bunch of mail at the end of my driveway where all the neighbors and stuff can see? He goes, yeah, he goes, I know you said that you were concerned about the kids in the neighborhood because I had said this to dingbat number 1.
Calling him dingbat number 1 is crazy. It's crazy. Delirious Sims, thanks so much for raiding into the stream. We are watching Darlene go off about the post office. So here we are.
And he said, I'm not concerned about the kids in the neighborhood. And these are his exact words. He goes, and Clarky always has his eye on things. Clarky is Mr. Clark, my neighbor, who's been a neighbor since I've been born. Up the street, 2 houses away, kitty corner from me. He had the fucking nerve to put it on Mr. Clarky's shoulders to watch out for my fucking packages at the end of the driveway. I've never heard of anything so fucking
Wait, I didn't know she said the R slur. I'll edit it out of the re-upload. Darlene, that is so unhinged and unnecessary. Diva, get your life together. Note it so you don't forget. I will take care of it, no worries. I successfully edited out the word that Callie said in her live stream yesterday, so but damn. She is, oh God. She is something else. No worries, Jane, no worries. You're okay. You're alright. You're alright. Don't worry about it. It is not your fault, Diva. She is something else. She is something fucking else.
Life. I was so mad. I was like,
I mean, I I can understand having feedback about the process. Let me just say that. Like, I can understand, like, yeah, that doesn't seem like a great process. Like, my stuff is just sitting at the end of the driveway. Like, no, just take it to your truck when you're at your truck. But like, the level of just like anger and vitriol. This is what I don't understand. It's been a long time in my life. Well, I can't say that. Because I was like, ooh, that one time that you popped off on Amber Lynn in that video, that was like a level of anger that like was pretty intense. But outside of that, like, I don't know, like, I learned a long time ago that like getting this angry about anything is like usually not worth it. Not worth the energy. It's probably almost never justified. It's probably not going to actually resolve any problems. There's probably something else going on. I mean, even in the case with when I did pop off on Amber Lynn, like, yeah, I was pissed off at her, but I was just also pissed off about a lot of things in my life, to be honest. Like there was a lot going on for me, and Amber Lynn had really hit the tipping point for me in that sense, you know? So I'm just like, girl, calm down. Calm down. Even if you lost your packages, it would have been an inconvenience. It would have been really fucking frustrating, I'm sure. And also, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Can you recreate that face? Here we are.
You're now relying on my neighbor to keep an eye out on the package that he doesn't even know exists. The most stupid thing I've ever heard. So he said, well, don't worry. He says, I'm not going to be doing it that way for you anymore. I will.
Well, there you go. There you go. Then what's the problem, Darlene? He said, I'm not going to do it that way for you anymore. I'm going to make sure your packages get... I am not gonna do it the way you don't like anymore. So what are we mad about?
Get out and come up the porch. And I was like, you shouldn't be doing it that way for anyone. You can't put my mail at the end of the driveway or anybody's mail at the end of the driveway. If I was to call the post office and say, I've got mail for you to pick up, I've got it at the end of my fucking driveway, at the edge of the road, they would tell me, get that back to your house. We're not responsible for that if you're gonna have it way out there. That's stupid. If I wanted the mail to be convenient for him to pick up, I would put it in the driveway in the first place. But that's not where my mail belongs.
I mean, the gag is I don't disagree with her. Are a lot of mailboxes at the end of driveways? Well, yes. Well, yes. The gag is I don't disagree with her. I just don't think that any of this justifies this level of anger or frustration. Just to be honest, y'all have to check in with Jamie about the count. She's been keeping track, and every time she says a new one, putting it in the chat. So you just have to pay attention to what she's saying.
Hundreds of dollars worth of packages for fabric. I mean, I just can't believe it.
Right, and of course, none of this justifies her using the R slur either. Of course, absolutely.
I just can't believe it at all. So I called the postmaster again today, and here's the deal. I started talking, never dawned on me to put my camera on.
Tabitha, thanks so much for the bit.
And I said, hi, Sean. Darlene Michaud again. John had a different story as to why he left the packages. Right away, he starts in, are we going to go through this again? I was like, I want you to hear what he told me because it's completely different than what you told me.
Are we we gonna go through this again? Honestly, probably not professional of the postmaster to say, but honestly, so real. Honestly. Like, can you blame him, though? Like, for real? Can you blame him?
Never told you anything. Sean, the postmaster, now his story is that he never told me anything. He never talked to the driver that day and referred the message to me. He only talked to the driver at the end of the shift. And I said, that's not true, Sean. You talked to the driver because I called you back and you told me.
This actually is such a good follow-up, by the way, for the Jeffrey Dahmer video that we watched, because my whole issue, my largest issue with that is not that, like, Darlene shouldn't be allowed to empathize for all kinds of people, right? Like, I mean, I even shared, like, I don't personally agree with the death penalty. You know, I think that there's all kinds of ways that we can have empathy and understanding for people who aren't great people, etc. And or I don't know if I have empathy for Jeffrey Dahmer, just to be clear. That's not a stance I'm sitting here to try to take up. But the thing that's fucked up is that she can sit here and talk about her empathy for Jeffrey Dahmer, a man who murdered and ate people and raped people, but she can't have empathy for these two people that are just trying to do their job. She can't have understanding for two people that are just trying to do their job and did it in a way that she didn't like, you know? And that's the part that's, like, so fucked up to me. Like, the ways that her brain has worked out a way to literally shed tears over a man like Jeffrey Dahmer dying, but literally can't just, like, treat people she actually interacts with patience, kindness, or understanding because it inconvenienced her. But remember, she said she had more empathy for bad people than when good people do something bad because they know better. So it's worse, or something along those lines. Actually, she really did say that, and that's actually so, that actually makes so much sense in the context of what we're talking about here, actually. Because, yeah, she doesn't have empathy for these people, these post office employees, because they probably are good people that should know better in her mind. Did you play the Darlene the Sardine Queen edit at the beginning of this video? I did actually.
That he put the packages down, forgot, and that he was back on his way. I go, don't you remember telling me he's back on his way? He said, I might have told you he's back on his way, but I never told you why the packages were left at the end of the driveway, because I never asked. And I was like, why wouldn't you ask? Oh, I might have that part on the recording, because I can't remember the whole...
And saying to me also, by the way, just remember, she recorded this conversation. She will be playing the recorded conversation in just a moment.
Whole thing. But let's cut this story down a little bit again. As he and I are going back and forth, and I'm telling you, he would not stop. He knows I'm irate. I am not a believer in the customer is always right. Customers can be real assholes. And
you're the asshole. And you're the asshole. And you would know because you're the asshole, Diva.
I am certainly one of those asshole customers you don't want to fucking deal with if they're mad. But a business person is supposed to be trained on how to not let things escalate.
She said it's their problem for not de-escalating my bad behavior. They should have been trained on how to de-escalate my nonsense. Do you hear the shit that's coming out of your mouth, Darlene?
Doesn't mean keep the customer happy, but at least keep things on a level of here as opposed to let's let this all blow up to the point where everybody is so fucking frustrated that they want to commit postal crimes.
Insane that she's saying that they should have to be responsible for her bad behavior. You're wild, Darlene.
So it started to escalate, and it dawned on me to turn on my camera. I turn on my camera, but I forget to push the little fucking button to turn it actually on to recording. I finally get that, and it starts in like probably halfway through our conversation. I was at least glad to get that until I listened to it back, and it didn't like really seem as awful as the beginning. It's the beginning of that conversation.
Oh, it doesn't seem... It's just so convenient that the part that she caught on camera doesn't seem as awful. She can't make him look so bad because the part where he was really awful, she didn't get on camera.
That I wish I had. So, should I play it at the end of this video? Maybe I should. Let's just get all the shit out right now, today, in this video. I ended up being very, very angry with Sean, and I called him an asshole, I'm sure. I don't know if I called him a fucking asshole, but I certainly called him an asshole on the recording.
You're insane. You're insane. I would never expect any employee or service worker to treat me with any kind of kindness and respect if I called them a fucking asshole. Nor do they need to. If you called this post office employee a fucking asshole, I hope he takes a shit in your mailbox for the rest of eternity. Because what is your problem? What is your problem? Stop taking your anger, vitriol, etc. out on people just trying to do their damn jobs. Jesus.
And I'm pretty sure I might play it for you at the end of this video. So if you want a real train wreck, you know, just stick around.
We are not trained to deal with customers like Darlene. People like her have been a major reason I quit my job when working at a call center.
Gothic Witch, thanks so much for the 100 bits. Yeah, I think she also overestimates the level of training that, well, I don't know about the postmaster of the post office, but, you know, like she's in the past complained about employees working at the Joann Fabrics. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure clerk at the front desk at the cash register got some customer service training, but probably didn't get training in like de-escalation tactics, Diva.
I can't really remember what else I wanted to say. I just wanted to say that the thing that made me madder about the whole thing is the mix-up of stories. There's no way that he didn't ask him and know what the story was.
There's no way.
John, the carrier, absolutely insinuated that that's common practice, that he would put it at the end of the driveway, and he said he wouldn't do it that way for me anymore. And I told Sean, I was like, you're making it like I need to have special, you know, treatment because I'm a difficult customer,
well,
that I need for you guys to come to the deck. I mean,
well, just to be clear, if you're calling the post office employee a fucking asshole, then yes, you are a difficult customer. You said, let me put this shoe on because it fits.
It's just, the way I think it played out, Sean contacted John and said, you left her packages there, and I'm sure...
Emphasis on the way you think it played out. The way you think it played out.
John said, oh, I was going to pick them up after the end of my foot route and just bring the truck. And I think Sean knows that would sound horrible to say that that's intentional. So he just said, oh, he just got busy and forgot. But then he didn't want to say that he said that because now he doesn't want to throw the carrier under the bus. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So it was a fucking mess. It was a mess. And that's how my day has been going. So that is it for now. I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. I don't
It's still going, by the way. That actually is not the end.
even know if I mentioned that I was sitting in Roger's parking lot, actually the church lot.
Who the fuck is Roger?
I like the church lot. It's like my nice little safe place to just park. Nobody bothers me. And I also did say, I'm going to play the recording, the partial recording of me and Sean, lovely Sean, at the post office. And I don't know how to get him to know that I put that on YouTube. Don't have an email address for him. I would like him to see that I thought it was important enough to...
She recorded it, and now she wants this man to know she's gonna put it on YouTube. This woman is unwell. This woman is unwell. What is her problem?
Share. Again, doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Shit like that shouldn't happen. I understand mistakes, but I don't like lies, and somebody there was lying. I believe it was Sean. It's never a good idea to me to put packages at the end of a driveway and hope that Clarky is keeping his eye on things. Didn't like that at all. So anyway, it was very upsetting to me, very upsetting, and nothing should be escalated. And you know the ones who...
Nothing should be escalated, then don't do the escalating, Darlene. Nothing should be escalated, and you're admitting that you called him a fucking asshole. Jesus. Everybody's a problem but Darlene, I guess.
Escalate things. It's because they're fucking lying. They're fucking lying, and they know it. He knows he was getting caught. Fucking asshole. Seriously, that's how I feel.
Just to be clear, that was like 3 F-bombs in the span of 2 seconds. That was insane. All right. Partial conversation with the postmaster, Sean Blank, in Sanford, Maine, on 7/13/17. I told him he was being recorded, which is why he stopped yelling at me. I wish I had recorded the beginning of this phone call. All right, just a second. Oh, for the record, Jane is the one that blocked out the full name. Jane is the one that blocked out the full name. I thought she did that for some reason.
That whole situation.
Okay, so listen.
So I apologize, I misspoke. And I put myself, I made it perfectly clear I was not going to put myself at risk for misspeaking to you. Did I not?
You told me that you...
Did I not do that, ma'am?
You didn't tell me anything that you weren't going to put yourself at risk for misspeaking.
I'm not going to misspeak.
Okay, listen.
I'm telling you, I specifically said to you, I am not going to misspeak. I don't know the scenario until I talk to the carrier.
And you talked to him, and I called back.
Why are we arguing about this? Help me understand.
You're the one arguing with me. Listen, I just want to explain to you.
You're the one arguing with me. She's so argumentative, as if she didn't start this whole argument.
You told me that you talked to him, that he put the packages down, got busy, and forgot. Then on his route, he said, oh, I'm going back for them. I forgot. You told me that's what he said to you.
Say that to you.
Yes, you did.
I said that prior.
You absolutely did.
I know.
And then, now I just want to explain.
I apologize for misspeaking. That's
Okay.
all I can do.
All right. So, and now you're also going to say that you're not saying these things. What I'm saying is, I want to know now, when is it ever safe to put bags at the end of a driveway?
She's so insufferable. I honestly, my ass would have taken the risk of just hanging up on her and losing my job. To be so honest. To be so honest.
And your carrier has been instructed by me not to do
Okay,
it again.
and you know what he said to me? He said he...
Now, this is the part I don't understand. The postmaster has rectified your situation, Darlene. The postmaster has rectified the situation. The postmaster told him no longer to do that. The mail carrier told you he was no longer going to do that. What do you want? What else would you like for them to do?
Wasn't worried about the boys in the neighborhood because Clarky always has his eyes on everything, meaning my neighbor 2 houses up. I think that's the most ridiculous thing to say. I told him, I said, you're not the one in charge of who's watching out for bags in this neighborhood.
That's correct. He's not, so I'll address that as well.
And, Clarky has his eye on everything, so that's how come he feels my packages are
All right. Oh my gosh, it's almost like the postmaster agreed to also address that. What do you want, Darlene?
safe. If I thought my packages were safe at the end of the driveway, I would leave them there for him in the first place. There's nothing wrong with him coming here on foot and knowing he has packages and getting out of the truck and coming back on the porch. It's more upsetting to me that that was done intentionally. And I told him what you said to me.
Now, Diva, the postmaster has heard all of this. What else do you want?
That he forgot and was on his way back for them. And he said, no.
He may have forgot them.
You told me that after you talked to him. But you are arguing. I am an upset customer that has been getting mixed signals from you guys, different stories, and all you want to do is deny it.
I'm not denying anything.
You are denying what you told me the other day on phone call number 2.
What an insufferable heifer.
The conversation went. Everything took place the way I explained it.
You told me you talked to him, and I called you back, and you said he forgot.
I'm just so baffled why she thought posting this. So baffled why she thought posting this was gonna make her look like the person that was in the right here. It makes her look so bad.
You said it.
I did not.
You said it.
Well, you can say that I said it. I'm sure you can. I said I apologize for however I misspoke. I have no other option but to do that. I would never say my carrier forgot the packages. I said he may have gotten busy and forgot.
You said it because he said it. That's what you told him he said to you.
Forgot the packages. He never.
Zach, I actually recently was trained as a mail carrier. I can confirm that this is totally standard practice, and also postmasters are sassy as fuck. I will take your word for it, Diva.
Said that to me. Nor would I say that to you. Not knowing the whole scenario. The whole scenario, once I investigated upon his return and then properly instructed him on what to do in the future.
Are you saying you never talked to him during the time that I called you? I called you twice.
I talked to him and he said he was on his way back to get those packages then.
And you told me because he forgot.
I said I never got a reason why.
Let's just say you're right, Darlene. Let's just say you're correct about it. What does arguing with him about this help? What are you resolving? What is going to get changed here? In fact, all the things that this postmaster can do for you, he's already done. He's actually already done them.
Well, you gave me a reason why, and I believe he probably told you what he did, and you just made it up to me.
I'd like to hear it. I really would like to hear that. Because I specifically said I did not ask him for a reason why.
Why wouldn't you have asked him? Would you have just said, hey, there's packages at the end of a driveway? And you wouldn't have even asked him why that was done that way?
I clearly investigated this and properly instructed him upon the
No, does she want the mail carrier fired or what? And if that's the case, then say it, because I don't understand what all this arguing is doing. She's a deeply unhappy person, and she takes that misery out on all the people around her. That's like the only thing I can come up with for like what the motivation for this behavior is. She said, I was slightly inconvenienced, and I want to make your day insufferable and awful and terrible because of that. Because that's how it should be. If I had to deal with something bad, everybody should have to deal with something bad. And it's just wild. Go to therapy, Darlene. Like, please.
Return of his route at the end of the day. The point was he was getting your packages immediately when I called him. You called me, and within an instant, he was already on his way there. In fact, pulling up in your driveway as we were speaking.
No, he was not. Oh, no, not while we were speaking. Not after conversation number 1 and not after conversation number 2. Listen, he came after I took a shower after we talked. That is when he came.
Why are you yelling at this man?
You don't say he...
I have to tell you. I had to tell you, I ain't never seen a situation where a customer was yelling at a customer service representative where the customer yelling helped them. I'm just here to tell you that.
Pulled up while we were on the phone, and he was gone for a long time.
So, okay.
He left those packages out there for like at least an hour.
Okay. So you're telling me he lied to me?
Yes, absolutely.
That's good to know.
When you and I spoke the first time,
good
we
to
hung
know.
up. I did some other stuff. I called you back. We spoke again. And as a matter of fact, I think I might have called you one more time because I said, I don't even know if I gave you the address. And you said, yes, I have the address. I hung up, did some work, took a shower, came back up, and he was leaving. Then I called you back and said, I wish he would have come to the door, remember?
Yes, absolutely do remember.
Okay.
They said he should have.
Right. And so he didn't come while we were on the phone.
It's also, no, not while you...
He didn't come while you were on the phone, but I know somebody who did. Also, no good supervisor is going to throw their employee under the bus. They will address the issue and solve the problem, and then address their wrongdoing more explicitly with the employee directly, but not with the public, for sure.
You and I were on the phone, but when I talked to him after you spoke to me, because I called him immediately saying, you gotta go get those packages.
Okay, so now I just have it proof here that you said to me just a few seconds ago, you said, while we were speaking, as a matter of fact.
I was speaking, yes. While John and I were on the phone, John indicated to me that he was pulling up into your driveway now to get those packages. That's exactly what I just said to you.
No, that's impossible because I spoke to you again after that. And he wasn't here yet.
I'm saying to you, my carrier lied to me. That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of here. You're telling me my carrier lied to me when I called him about your packages.
Just like you lied to me about what you said.
I have not lied once to you, and nor will I. Nor will I, ever. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. I say I'm wrong. I say I misspoke. And I will always stand up behind what I say. I'm a man of integrity.
I just know Sean, the postmaster from Sanford, Maine, was thrilled when he got that mail forwarding address for Darlene when she... when you move and you have to fill out a mail forwarding address form. I know he was thrilled when she filled that out to have her mail forwarded to Mississippi. 'Cause the way... I swear to God, if I worked for the post office in Sanford, Maine, and I delivered her mail, the way I would shit in her mailbox, I would take a giant dookie on her front porch. Like...
Bless that poor man.
Masha, thanks for 23 months. Appreciate it.
And I hope you understand that.
But you also don't know how to react to irate customers. This is all a very upsetting situation for me.
I was going to rectify it, and I certainly have. If it happens again, please let me know, because I have...
Oh, for sure I would let you know. That is...
There's no doubt Darlene's gonna let you know.
For sure I would let you
I
know.
would hope so, dear, because what I did was I told John never to do, as I indicated earlier in this conversation, that I told John exactly how to do that. If he has pickup from you and mail for you, he is not to deliver the mail. He is supposed to finish the loop, and upon completion of the loop, he's going to deliver your mail and pick up your packages from underneath the mailbox on your porch.
Right.
Perfect. That is my perfectly clear instruction to John as of the end of business that day. There should be no further discussion about what's going to happen with your packages, because John has been clearly instructed on how to handle your package pickups.
All right.
So,
I believe that, because if he hasn't gotten it from you, he certainly got it across from me today. And he did say, for me. His exact words, I have them written down.
He did say for me, and I wrote him down in my journal, which is evidence and proof. Darlene.
He said, for you, I won't do it that way anymore. And I said, you're going to continue to do it that way for others?
Girl, you got what you want. If other people are upset about it, let them complain.
It makes it sound like all of a sudden I have to get this special treatment because I'm a difficult customer.
Well, you are.
And I told them there's never a good time for you to leave packages at the end of a driveway.
Yeah, this isn't. You're not being difficult. Yeah. What you do?
Well, Sean, that was you trying to be really kind. You said, now, Sean, you said you wouldn't ever lie to her. Now, Sean, you said you wouldn't ever lie to her, and you just told her she wasn't a difficult customer. I have to say, you are lying.
For our business is truly appreciated. When I get a carrier who's not respecting and treating your packages correctly, I will address that. That's my job. As I indicated in that first conversation, it's also my job to apologize for that carrier's action.
Okay.
It's not his job. I'm going to address him. That's
Right.
my job, is to address him and apologize for his actions to you. That's my job, and I did both. I sincerely did both.
All right.
Okay?
But you did give me a hard time at the beginning of this conversation.
Because I was offended at the way you
You don't have the right to be offended. You're the service. I pay you. You don't pay me.
I pay you. You don't pay me. What? What an insufferable hag. I'm just gonna start calling people hags when they're this insufferable.
I pay you with my taxes.
don't, so you're misinformed with that. Your taxpayers' money do not support.
Okay, well, I pay you by keeping you having a job.
You pay me by buying postage stamps. That's a true statement right there, and I'll help you understand how we get paid.
So don't
He said, well, let's just be very clear since you wanna start speaking nonsense. What your what your taxes actually go to, Darlene, is to murdering people in other countries. The only way that we fund social services like the post office is by making you pay for stamps and postage, okay? Would hate for us to spend our tax money on things that benefit the community.
defend your behavior with me. I have the right to be irate with what's going on with the mixed stories. See, you won't even let me talk. You won't even let me talk.
All you've been doing is talking, Darlene. What do you mean? You won't even let me talk? Girl, all you've been doing is talking.
I have the right to be irate and upset. You, as the postal manager, has the right to be kind and understanding of that and not escalate. Not escalate. Yes, it escalates. What you're doing escalates it.
How dare you escalate it when I'm just sitting here yelling at you over and over and over again and won't give you a second to talk calmly? Darlene, just in all honesty, how would you like him to de-escalate this situation when you are quite literally yelling at him at over the phone, not letting him speak?
When somebody starts screaming at me at the other end of the phone, we can't have a clear conversation.
Because you're escalating it. I would not scream if you would just be kind and calm and solve the problem and listen.
And I gotta tell you, he has solved the problem and yet you are still yelling. I don't know what happened on the first part of the phone call where you didn't record, but I certainly heard him. In this recording solve your problem and yet you are still fucking yelling at the top of your lungs. Crazy.
Understand, not accuse me of telling you things that you didn't say. I know what you said to me on the phone. You don't need to accuse me that you didn't say that.
I didn't accuse you of anything. I just said I didn't say it in that order. That's exactly what I said.
But you said it in the order that I'm talking about.
Okay, and I'm not going to dispute that. If you say that,
All right.
that way, you can have that thought. I know I did differently.
You don't know any such thing.
Okay. apologize.
And instead of just being calm and saying,
this man was so calm, Darlene.
I don't believe I said that, but I'm going to go by your word. I'm sorry. You got upset.
As I should.
No, you should not get upset. See, you're doing it again. What kind of a fucking business person are you? Hang up now. I'm done with you.
You can hang up first. I'll let you, okay?
No, you hang up first.
I've got all day to talk to you, so
Okay, I've got all day too, and I've got 47 more minutes on my camera.
Okay, good. So...
What is wrong with her brain? The way if I acted like this to somebody, you could not pay me to put this content on the internet. I would never act like this to begin with. But damn. Obsessed with Sean refusing to hang up. That's what she wants so bad. That's what she wants so bad. Him doing the Uno reverse on the no you hang up. If only he knew strangers online cheering him on 9 years later. No, for real. I missed it. Oh, let's just go relive that. Her telling him to hang up. Are you ready? I rewound. So this, if she says the F word in this one right here at the beginning doesn't count because she already said this.
Are you? Hang up now. I'm done with you.
You can hang up first. I'll let you, okay?
No, you hang up first.
I'm sorry. I've got all day to talk to you, so
Okay, I've got all day too, and I've got 47 more minutes on my camera.
Okay, good. That's perfectly fine.
You want to sit here and have an argument with a paying customer? Go ahead.
You don't have the right to scream. You don't have the right
I have the right to be upset. Yes, I do.
to scream and yell at me.
I have the right to be upset and to scream and yell at you because you're being a complete asshole.
And I know you're going to call names, so...
Yes, I'm going to call names, so hang up.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead and hang up on me. All right, then hang out here while I work.
Okay. I am going to hang up. You're just going to ignore me. Okay? If we're not going to have a conversation, I am going to hang up. So I hope you have a nice day.
Fucking asshole.
She is unwell. She is so unwell. Oh, no, and that was it. Okay, so people asked to see the comments. I'll have to go, let me go pull up the actual video from her channel, because I'm watching a different version of it that was clipped down by Jane. And we'll see. It's also hard to say, because at different points she didn't even have comments open. So if she might, it's possible she didn't have comments open on it at the time, but I'm gonna look it up. It's also crazy because the original title of this video was, you might want to skip this long therapy session. And it's like, I don't think Darlene even believes in therapy, to be honest with you. And that's also certainly not therapy. Playing videos where you sit and yell at a service worker is not therapy. Taking your anger out on other human beings like that for no fucking reason is not therapy. You need to really take a good, long, hard look at your life, because the reality is even though she originally posted this nearly 9 years ago, or actually 9 years ago, even though this was 9 years ago, we have seen multiple examples of that in more recent history where she has talked to and treated people like that. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable to treat other people that way. And yet you're sitting here saying you have empathy and sympathy for fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. Get out of here. Okay. She has a pinned comment. Oh, let me scroll down. She has a pinned comment that says, "Hello, Peanut Gallery. I'm uploading this against my better judgment. It's not that I mind whether or not people like the real me. It's just that it's hard to face certain people in my own town when they say they watch my videos. I have no clue if I should thank them or apologize. Oh, that's right. I don't apologize for being myself. It's okay to be me. XOXO. P.S. If the comments become too much for me to handle, I'll simply turn them off. Insane. Insane. I wonder what the responses are. JMX, you liked me enough to leave a comment and boost the engagement on my channel. That's good enough for me. Darlene Michaud, oh my god, I love watching you videos. You're so amazing. I haul mail. I'm a truck driver. We get in trouble if we do not put a padlock on an empty trailer. I'm sure I would be out of a job if I were to leave mail unattended for any amount. JMX, 12 subscribers. Whoever this JMX, the comment is no longer there, apparently. 12 subscribers versus 18,000 speaks for itself. I'm part of no one, and I adore Darlene. Ditto, yes, we do dwell as much as you and feel the same as you do. Excellent video. You earned a sub. Imagine watching that video and subscribing. You know, Penny, that never... I don't know who Penny is. That never really snapped until now. That carrier removed my mail from my porch and just freaking left it near the road, so it was left unattended by him, not me. It would have been his fault if the mail had been stolen, yet the postmaster suggested insurance. What a frigging turd. My mail carrier should be out of a job. The postmaster, too. See, that's what she wanted. That's what she wanted. She wanted people to be fired. The tough thing is that some of these comments are about other things in her video that weren't just about the post office, just to be clear. That postmaster is definitely gaslighting you. I hate how he is lying and twisting what you said around to the point to where you almost doubt yourself and your sanity. You have got to call the 1-800 number and file a complaint against him and let someone hear how he talked to you. I'm so mad with you right now. Is there something fucking wrong with this person? What do you mean? I already called and it was just a runaround of options and none of them ever got me to a live person. And I can almost promise they would not care. But yes, he's quite the character. And I know exactly what he said to me on Monday. Screw him for denying it. Yeah. Let's see. I am a GM of a salon. Today I got an inventory order. First I got a box 2 of 2. Then 4 hours later, the UPS guy comes walking up to the door with an open box in his arms. He came in and set the box down. He said this broke open earlier. The box was upside... Not even one sorry came out of his mouth. Girl, I don't care. I don't... These people act like folks ain't never made a mistake. I needed this video. I've been fight with the courier companies at my building. Thank you. Do you know that you post videos that hit the mental stage I am at the same time? Your frankness is awesome. Keep strong and keep this as your outlet. Lolita White 2174, go to therapy. Go to therapy. Yeah, it's hard because a lot of this is not about the mail issue, but here's one. Oh my god, I totally agree with you with the mail issue. So rude. My home just got a new post lady and she just pisses me off. She stacks my packages on top of our mailbox by the road rather than walk them to the door. Also, the other day, she rubber band photos on my mailbox even though it was raining the last 3 days and it was supposed to rain that night. The envelope says photos do not bend, so she should know that the paper envelope will not save the photos from rain. Well, it sounds like you need to call up your own postmaster and stop trauma dumping in Darlene's comments. This is not my first time, not the first time my mail carrier screwed up. I can't believe he was so casual about leaving my packages on the road. I wish so much I had recorded that. For a girl who constantly has a camera nearby, I sure don't think to turn it on at the right times. And the Sean guy was so sketchy to me, just kept lying to cover his ass. I'm so glad you were able to give him a piece of your mind. Insane. 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 If you're ever interested, I think if you also listened to some of the other stuff, which we're not going to spend as much time talking about, the other parts of the video are just like, it's very clear that Miss Ma'am is not in a good mental headspace. And I just want to say, that's totally fine. Nobody has to always be okay. Nobody always has to be happy. Nobody always has to be, you know, in a good mood. But don't take that out on innocent people just trying to do their job. You know? That's my thoughts, my feelings. And the fact that she can play that clip of her yelling at that man back and be like, "Oh, I'm totally in the right." Just really, really concerning that, you know, those she's not making these connections to like her problems that she's bringing to the table, you know? Anyways, I think that's all we got today. So bye, YouTubies! Subscribe!